I'm your friendly neighborhood N-Man64, and I'm bringing you some more of the Mario Kart console tour. What the hell? Let's get this filthy chicken. Get this filthy chicken. And I can get a possum, too. Or I can get neon green and yellow paint job for the car. Let's go for the possum. Who cares? She's a terrifying little bitch, ain't she? Oh, I wanted Koala Kong. Oh well. We gotta race harder so we can unlock ourselves a giant, jacked up fucking koala. We got 2 more courses left. One based on the desert, which has a lot of courses we've already done. And then the space one, which is the ones we've already done, except for the first ones. The first one in each one is the only one that we haven't done yet. Pasadena, what are you? Are you acceleration? No, you're speed. Yeah, no thank you. You're balance, so fuck, and you're a chicken, so fuck chickens. I don't like chickens, they smell. Baby Coco? That is one weird looking baby. Acceleration for Brio, we were already Brio. Nitros Oxide. There you go. Doesn't matter to me what color car it is, what decals are, I don't care. I am just here to race. I should have been Nitros Oxide actually for the space one, but we'll find someone else to be for the space one. We don't have any desert-themed drivers, except for what the fuck that demon thing was before. The one I couldn't win with. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All I know is I'm very tired. And we're running out of time. And I want to wrap up the last 2 cups and then bang out as much of this as I can in editing before I go to bed. Because I'm running low on steam. I was up early this morning. And the morning after before that. And all the mornings before that. That's a punk rock themed one. I like this. Come on, Nitros. Oh my god, is that Einstein Ripperoo? Or is that... Oh, it's Doc Brown Ripperoo! Oh, I love it. Come on, Nitros. Come on, Oxide. You're supposed to be the best driver in the game. In terms of... Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for triggering all the paint bombs on me. I didn't actually want to race at all. Shaboomy! Thank you. Thank you! I didn't want to live at all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't want to live. I wanted to die. Don't you guys know that? I still haven't gotten a box, by the way. I hope you guys are fully aware of that. I still have not gotten a box. I landed on frickin' TNT, though. And because I was in the air for too long, I have it explode on my face. And I crashed into a wall, because of course I do. Why wouldn't I crash into a wall?
Try again.
How freaking far behind I am. Come on, Oxide. Gotta pick up the pace here. Come on. Come on. Got it. Okay, good. Probably get Koala Kong soon. Probably just him. And then we're done getting characters for a while, unless I can get another one of those. I love how my rocket hits somebody and they still get launched forward and accelerate and rebound and do all this amazing shit. Meanwhile, I get hit and I fall backwards. Come on. Come on. Back in the racing. Back in the racing. I'm a football player. I love that. Ow. Pull. Pull. Cool. I get launched for freaking 80 days when they hit me with missiles. I hit them with missiles, and oh no! Okay, get out of the way. I wanted an item, but cool. I guess I don't need one. Come on, hit him. Nope. Come on, hit him. Nope, hit him. Nope. Okay, cool. I guess I'm in third place. Cool story. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nitros. Well, to be fair, we did rebound very quickly. Oh, but I lost to fucking Link again. No, that wasn't Link. I don't know what the hell that is. That ain't Link, that's for sure. Tiny Tiger, the football player, is amazing, though. What's not amazing is that filthy bear being back. The bear is the new Birdo. Whatever. Whatever. Seven minutes in, and we've only done one race. It's part and parcel for the course at this point. The rest of the courses going forward are not the longest. The Egyptian one's probably going to be the longest that we have left going forward. And then in the next one, it should be actually the first one. The alien diner thing. These 40-second intervals are definitely getting kind of annoying. NGL, not gonna lie, not gonna lie. We've already seen this course though, so we don't need to see it again. Come on, Oxide. But since we're no longer, putzing around with calling this a Mario Kart mod, I should say that I would say the game is inspired by Mario Kart and a little bit of Diddy Kong Racing, because I don't remember what came first, this or original CTR Diddy Kong Racing. But I'd like to say that one thing that Crash Bandicoot has been known for is that it constantly improved itself back in the day. So it gave itself a challenge and it tried to improve itself upon that challenge. Like Crash Bandicoot 1 is a janky mess. Crash Bandicoot 2 is a slightly less janky mess. Crash Bandicoot 3 is a masterpiece, and I just lost like 8 positions from one missile. Meanwhile, these guys don't lose any positions because they get hit by missiles. Oh, it's this blue-haired bitch again. Who asked you? Nobody asked you. Get out of here, blue bitch. I'm Nitros Oxide. I don't care. So, getting back to what I was saying, the developers of Crash basically gave themselves a challenge and then said, how can we do better each time? And that's why they stopped making games after Crash Team Racing, because they had a 3-game contract. By the time Crash 3 was out, they basically mastered everything you can about platforming games. And then by the time, then they had a free round because they wanted to do a racing game, but they figured no one would want to buy it. And they're like, oh, let's just slap Crash Bandicoot on it and put it for free. Boom, we did it. And the original CTR, I will admit, I didn't play that much of, but I did rent it from from Blockbuster a lot as a kid. That and what's it call it? That and freaking Crash Bash. I rented a lot from Blockbuster. Granted, I never was good at it, but either of them actually. I didn't really start to get good at racing games until I got one of my very own. That being the Walt Disney World game that I had as a kid, the racing one, which I very slowly started to get good at. Then from that point on, I started to get good at Double Dash and other things like that. But I will say, Crash Team Racing, I knew, because I was not good at Crash Bandicoot to begin with, I knew, despite me not being good at it, that it was a good game. Like, I could recognize that about me as a... Even going back to my days as a kid, where I could just recognize a game is good, but I don't have to be good at it to understand that. Like, for example, there are tons of first-person shooters out there that I'm terrible at that I know are at least decent games. Like, Destiny, I'm freaking abysmal at Destiny. My sister will attest that I'm terrible at Call of Duty, but you know what? I can recognize that there are good elements of those games. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I will say I am, at the very least, capable of grasping how good those games can actually be. If you know what I mean. So I knew Crash Team Racing was good, I just was not good at it. Nowadays, I can recognize when a game is just absolute putridness from basically just, like, looking at it. And I don't generally buy bad games. Only if they're, like, historically bad will I even attempt to consider it. Simba's Mighty Adventure was one of those games, as was The Falsebound Kingdom, which are two of the worst games I own. And I'm going to have to do Simba's Mighty Adventure at some point. I'm planning that as a 10,000 subscriber one. So you can just listen to me bitch about everything. Every single aspect of that game is terrible. The FMV is terrible. The gameplay is terrible. The minigames are terrible. It's just... the game is just putrid. I will say one of the worst... what's it called? Games. One of the worst Disney interactive games on the PS1. I will argue, like, Catacris did a bunch of them on his, he did a bunch of them in one video, and then he did a bunch of others in, like, their own separate videos when he used to do his review series, and some of them I agree with. Like, Tarzan, I was never a big fan of. Aladdin and Nazira's Revenge, I was a big fan of, I remember that. Oh, that was rude. Aladdin and Nazira's Revenge, I was really good at. I've enjoyed. Emperor's New Groove, which I agree with him, I enjoyed. The Little Mermaid one I'd never heard of. A Bug's Life I totally disagree with. I thought that game was freaking putrid. Oh, cool. Missed the box. Thank you. Thank you, Nitros. Thank you, Nitros Oxide. You wonderful, ugly alien fuck. Get out of my way. Get out of my way, Ripper. Not now. But, like, Hercules is a masterpiece in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Never played Quack Attack, though I did have a copy get dropped off at work the last day I was there. I'm assuming it's gone by now, because it was just the disc itself. Like, just the disc, like, it didn't even come with the box it was in. This motherfucker drives right into me again. I'm gonna call him Jafar, and I'm not gonna be happy about it. The unhappy Jafar part. What other PS1 Disney games were there? Buzz Lightyear Star Command, which was terrible. But I loved it as a kid because, it's got Buzz Lightyear in it. And I was a huge Buzz Lightyear Star Command fan. Like, I would tell you, I was probably the biggest fan of that I knew. I watched every episode. I had basically every toy. I had the Warp Dark Matter toy was one of my all-time favorite toys that I owned. And I lost it one day. My baseball team had been eliminated, but my sister was doing softball, and her team was still in the playoffs. And I lost that toy at the baseball fields. I was so upset. So upset. I also had, like, this big troll thing that I really liked that I lost, but that's besides the point. What other PS1 Disney games were there? But, like, no, like, that was one of the ones where I would sit there and be like, come on, it wasn't that bad. Like, Aladdin was one of the ones where, oh, it wasn't that bad. look at this lead we have. One good thing, I guess. We're not going to get challenged. Ripperoo and Hunter are fighting each other. To unlock Hunter, too. I just realized that. Whatever. I won.
Didn't stand a chance.
Had a huge lead, too. Holy shit. Basically uncontested after that stupid frickin' man riding his magic carpet hit me. The bastard. Yeah, but Disney games back then were, like, really weird. Like, I didn't own a lot of them, but I did used to play a lot of them because my grandmother's preschool had a bunch of them. The only ones I remember having, like the computer games specifically, I had... My sister and I both had Disney's Magic Artist, but it was mostly my sister's. She's the one that used it the most. I used to want to learn how to draw the characters, so I would watch that tutorial about how to draw Mickey or how to draw Pluto, like, constantly. My sister was more or less just wanted to use it as an art studio for herself, which, again, is totally fine because that's what it's supposed to be. But in terms of the Disney games, my sister had a Disney Princess one that was, like, I think Beauty and the Beast themed. And I had the Aladdin Activity Center, which was easily one of the best games out there, in my humble opinion. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He's the one that got hit by it, but he doesn't lose any positions. Meanwhile, I have to lose all the positions that I have. Thank you, game. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys, for being incompetent. That Aladdin Activity Center, good lord, I sank hours into that. And the worst part was, literally, like, every single, it was like the same game, every single thing. Like, there were 3 different areas you could participate in. There was the Marketplace, there was the Sultan's Palace, and there was the Cave of Wonders. And every single one had the exact same games for them. A matching game, a puzzle game, a drawing game, and, like, 1 or 2 other games. And then it was, yeah, the clips from the movie. But I knew there was a bunch of other ones. Like, I wanted the Lion King one badly, but unfortunately it was never in the cards for me to have. I don't mind. That was like the scope of the games that we were allowed to have as kids. Like, if they weren't Disney or educational related, my mom was like, oh no, you can't have those games. And then basically when my parents divorced, my dad basically just 180'd it. He's like, yeah, I don't care, get whatever the hell you want. Well, specifically to my sister. To me, it was always... The only game he was ever, like, gung-ho about absolutely getting me was Kingdom Hearts 1. Which, again, I don't mind, because Kingdom Hearts 1 is one of the most important games in my entire life to me, so... God, I remember beating that with him. That was one of those best gaming experiences of my life. That we figured out all those puzzles of how to do things together. It was so much fun. It's a shame we don't do it anymore. Unfortunately, he's not at the age for video games anymore, which is totally understandable. Then again, my grandparents were he's 60. My grandparents were playing Wii into my grandfather at least was playing Wii into his 70s. Granted, Wii isn't like super strenuous, but he was doing boxing. I would say of the 5 games that were on there, boxing was without a doubt the most strenuous. I even got him into Super Smash Brothers. But he was confused because I gave him the Wii and the nunchuck, and he's confused as to why his character wasn't doing any moves. He couldn't figure it out. Good job, Nitros. Good job, Nitros Oxide. All that just for a game that I literally am only playing for a gag. Oh well. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Nman64. Join me next time for the finale of this portion of the Mario Kart console tour. Look how Mario this game is. Until we meet again, my lovelies, sayonara.